A wave of African Americans are choosing to move to the African continent.
We begin this hour with the story of an African country opening its arms to Black Americans.
There are 5,000 Black Americans who've already gone back to Ghana because they don't feel comfortable here.
I feel much more connected.
That the nation has the hospitality is second to none.
Sanchez weeps. This is her homecoming.
When you see them people, they look just like your family.
I was like, whoa, this is nothing like they told us.
It was amazing to be welcomed. I mean, it blows me away.
I was living what people would consider the American dream. I was educated, professional, had friends. I was a socialite, but I never felt safe.
She was constantly looking over her shoulder.
My immediate thought all the time was, oh my gosh, what if a police officer pulls me over? Am I going to be physically safe? Am I going to come out of it alive?
A retired American teacher who had lived in Memphis all her life never thought she would leave. But in the summer of 2017, she experienced what she calls a wake-up call.
I was 57 at the time, and I was stopped by the police, 6 cars. They said my car was stolen, and they put me in cuffs. And I was like, this is saying that it's time for me to go.
2 months later, she decided to leave the U.S. for good.
And that's how it was with me. I called home while I was here the first week. I said, I'm not coming home.
How did they respond?
They said, be careful. And I'm like, no, it's more dangerous in the U.S. than it is there. I mean, it's peaceful. The people are inviting, they're welcoming.
Racism is there, staring you in the face, and I am not sure if there's any way around it or out of it or anything that will fix it. And this is the reason why we left.
The cost of living keeps you working, and you never get a chance to come back. I know there are people that have been in America for decades. They're struggling to make ends meet. They're trying to pay their rent. You get so caught up in paying bills, you don't have time to save.
As Black Americans, we're starting to come to the realization of our place in America. We're coming to understand that America was really never meant for us to be there as free people.
In a sense, that's why you left America. It's to reclaim yourself.
Exactly.
I would be here all day if I was telling you all the experiences that I had with racism in the United States. Really, from being followed in stores, to being pulled over by police for no reason, to not being offered a job. I'll be here all the day, explaining to you on a daily basis what it is like to be Black in America.
I feel much more connected, and I look at people and I say, oh my goodness, that could have been, these people could be related to me. These people probably knew my grandmother's grandmother's grandmother.
If I'm honest with myself, I wasn't living in America. I was doing in America. I could hardly breathe.
If we take a horse and from one country to another country, right? Say if it's an African horse or an African elephant, and you take it to a circus or a zoo in somewhere in America, does the child of that elephant all of a sudden not belong to where the mother or father of that elephant came from? No, that elephant has a home too. And for me, Kenya, Africa was, always will be home in terms of this lifetime.
I've been in Africa for a little over 11 years now. Once I landed on the continent, I felt so at home, I felt at ease, and I felt at peace. It was a natural emotion to want to move to Africa.
I've been a victim of police brutality from a very early age. 11 years old, walking with a friend of mine in London, 2 white officers approached me directly, stepped on my toes and said, "Why am I walking with a white person?" and headbutt me in my face. And I was only 11 years old at the time. It's been a long time after slavery. It's been a long time after colonization. Things need to change, and the only way it can happen is if the diasporans move back.
I think that my journey started with wanting to serve, and it comes from I think a place of ignorance of what we've been taught, the lack of what we've been taught about the continent, and unfortunately the little bit of information that we were taught was the bad things. So growing up, you're believing that there's always something bad on the continent. Inside of me, I really wanted to come to a place that I felt that people looked like me and where that it would make a bigger impact.
This is why we moved to Ghana, because I feel safe with them out there.
My wife posted a video recently on TikTok that went viral, talking about how she feels safer here in Ghana with our children.
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I feel my ancestors, man. I feel my ancestors. I feel them calling. I feel my ancestors. Oh, this is the land of the blacks. Because these people are black. See, I'm having this natural mango, man. Straight from the earth, straight from Mother Nature. Okay, we got some real fruits, man. Not that GMO shit in Detroit. We got the real fruits from God, from the source, from the earth. You see the earth. Grand rising, y'all. Right now, we in nature. You know, I'm in the jungle right now, man. Nah, not that fake concrete jungle in New York. I'm in the real jungle, man. Nature's the closest thing to God. This is where we're supposed to be. Cause you know, like when I see myself in y'all, man, we family. We family, we're the same, man. They see us the same way. No, I said that. Yeah, man.
All right, my heart beating fast. My first steps on African soil. Oh shit, let them. Yo, motherland, mother man. That's right, I'm happy. Oh, African dirt. Oh, African dirt. Oh, man. Ghana, Africa. Oh, I've been waiting for this day my whole entire life. My whole life. All of it. With my queen. Yeah. With oh, no. Oh, man. I'm here with an amazing group of people. How are you? How are you, King? Yeah, no. Africa, we made it. I'm back home for the first time. I'm so happy. All right, my heart.
I am a Black American, and I absolutely love to travel to the continent of Africa. It's my favorite continent in the whole wide world. But one of my biggest fears is that the more Black Americans come to this continent, they will not handle it with grace and with care. So, for example, I am in Ghana right now, and I'm getting messages and people are sending me texts of people who had a bad experience at a festival, or like all two people who got their phone stolen. And people are like, oh my God, I'm afraid, I can't come. They don't have their stuff together, this, that. And I'm like, that is their experience. It's not my job to negate or validate somebody's personal experience. That is what happened to them. But I just wish more Black Americans handled the systems that they think need to be in place with more care, understanding the historical context for why those conditions actually exist. And also understand that negative news about the continent literally drives people's internalized fear that Africa is inherently bad, and it literally feeds stereotypes. I'm not telling people how they should feel. I'm just saying that as Black Americans, with all your Western ideology and our privilege and our internalized challenges with the continent already, let's make sure we handle it with more care and more grace.
Let's talk about the one place that Afro-American people and anyone in the African diaspora that's living in the United States of America can flee to if you want to leave the U.S. before the crap hits the fan. Hey everybody, my name is Candace. I talk about living the global lifestyle, buying property abroad, and a whole bunch of random stuff. So welcome. So in my previous videos, I really got torn up in the comment section because people thought that I was not going to do a video on Africa, on the continent, and they kept asking me, why do you keep mentioning all of these European countries? Well, I'm here to talk about Ghana and the right of abode and how you can apply for that program if you are looking for an escape from the U.S. and you want to go to the motherland. Now, Ghana did this big promotion in around 2020 for Afro-Americans and people in the African diaspora to come back. They were calling it, like the Great Return, the year of the return. And they were reaching out to the African diaspora to come back to the continent, come back to Ghana, come back home. You're going to be welcome and we want you to be here. I know a lot of Afro-American people thought that what that meant is that you can just buy a ticket to Ghana, show your passport, say, look, here I am, I'm part of the African diaspora, and you were going to be let in. But that is not the case. And I'm going to share with you today how you can go ahead and apply for that program. Step 1, to apply for the Right of Abode program, you must write a letter of intent to the Minister of Interior of Ghana stating your desire to claim your right of abode. You can find the Minister of Interior's information at this website that I'm going to leave right here. Step 2, you have to secure and send in all the required documents that they require before you can actually claim your right of abode and enter into the country of Ghana. Step 3, you have to submit a criminal background check on your criminal record. You cannot have been convicted of any criminal offense or served a sentence of more than 12 months. So 12 months or less. If it's more than a year that you were sentenced and convicted of a crime, you do not qualify for right of abode and your application will be denied. Number 4, you have to be able to prove that you have the financial means to live in Ghana and sustain yourself and your family if you are bringing any family members with you. Step 5, you have to submit an actual plan of how you are going to be a benefit to the country. So how you're going to add value to Ghana once you arrive in the country. And step 6 is you have to wait up to 6 months for your application to be reviewed and for you to get an answer as to whether or not you have been approved for your right of abode. I'm also going to drop the website of the Ghana Embassy right here so you can contact them if you want more information. I actually went to Ghana back in 2017. I was also issued a 5-year visa in Ghana, an extended visa. That's actually another visa program that I was approved for in Ghana. And you can ask questions. You can actually email them. They're actually quite responsive. So if you have any more questions about this, you can direct those questions to me. However, if you found this video useful at all, please drop your comments, letting me know what you think about this video. Of course, save this video, like this video, share this video.